guys, and welcome back to this week's video. Today I thought that I would sit down and do a video about au pairing, and I'll give you 5 reasons why I think you should au pair, because it's an amazing experience and I think this has been like the best year of my life, so why shouldn't you au pair? So for those of you that don't actually know what an au pair is, it's a person that's like between the age of 18 and 30 and they go over to another country and they go into a host family and they work with the host family looking after kids or doing household things, and then in return they get their accommodation and food paid for. So so it's pretty much just a exchange of like you working in exchange for food and house. So yeah, that's what an au pair is. I would also just like to mention at the start that for every single au pair, you're gonna have a completely different experience, like because the host family is gonna be different and the au pair is gonna be different. So, and everybody's like contract is different, because when you're on au pair, you do like a contract thing. So I might be saying that house and food is included, but someone else's au pair experience, they might not get their housing and food included. So yeah, it's different for everyone. So the first reason that you should au pair is just the general experience of living in a different country. So you can always travel to different countries and do all the touristic things, but it's very hard to get the actual cultural experience that you do when you're in a host family. The second reason that you should au pair also comes along with the lines of the culture, is that if you choose a country with a different language, you get to learn the language. Before I came to Germany, I couldn't speak a word of German. I think I could speak I could say yes, no, good morning and good night, and I could swear, because I feel like that's just one of those things that everybody can do before they come to a country. They can just swear in every language. I don't know if that's just me, or maybe just because I had some German friends that taught me how to swear. But before that, I couldn't speak any German. Now I can make a whole conversation, introduction, talk about random stuff. At the moment, I'm I can just speak a lot more language, and I think that's really cool, and it's a really good thing to have, especially if if this is in your gap year and then after your gap year you're going to study the language. I think that's perfect. That's what I think. It's perfect in my mind, but it's probably the wrong decision. I don't know. The third reason you should au pair is because it's really affordable. So generally speaking, I didn't really have to pay for anything. Thanks, Mum. Well, so you have to pay for the flight over here. Actually, sometimes you don't even have to pay for the flight, because the host family pays for the flight depending where you live. But I live in Australia, and going from Germany to Australia is a lot of money. So obviously they're not going to pay for the flight. So generally you just have to pay for your flight and your insurance. Maybe you want to have a bit of spending money there, but at the same time you don't need to have it, because you do get paid pocket money every month. So pocket money is it's not much, but you can definitely live off of it, because you don't have to pay for accommodation or food. So you're generally, all this pocket money I use for traveling, or I don't know, going out on the weekend, or you could save it if you wanted to. But I mean, when I'm in Europe, I'm going to be traveling as much as I can while I'm here. So yeah. And then the fourth reason I said is because you can travel. So Germany's in the center of Europe. This is just for Germany, but actually anywhere in Europe's really good, because there's so many countries so close by that you can just travel around the place so cheap. So I went to Brighton for the weekend and I booked that trip the week before, and that flight cost me €14 return. What? You can't even fly to another state in Australia for that cheap. So definitely travel was a big thing for me. I travel while I'm over here in Europe, it is such a good opportunity for me to go out and around and just travel all over Europe, because all my money that I earn, I just put into travel, and travel is so cheap over here. So I mean, why not while you're over here and have the opportunity? So that is my fourth reason why you should definitely au pair. And my fifth tip is that your housing and food is included. This is such a big thing, because I find that actually having somewhere to live can be one of the most expensive parts of traveling, and so when it's included, it's absolutely amazing. I don't have to pay for bills. I don't have to pay for, I don't actually have to pay for my language course. So me like learning German is included in my au pairing experience, so they insist on paying for it for me. So that's amazing, learning the language for free, and all the food is included. It's different again for every host family, but my host mum will cook for me, and whereas I've heard some au pairs, they will get like a grocery allowance and then they'll go and buy all their food and stuff. So yeah. But anyway, so they are my 5 reasons that you should au pair. If you have any more questions down below about au pairing or anything, just leave them in the comments below. And if you have any more questions about traveling in general, because I like to think that I've done a little bit of traveling, just leave them in the comments down below. So thank you again for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like more videos like this, just subscribe down below. Yeah. See you all.